Fast forwarding your ring season, the world seems like it's falling apart. They stick you guys in the bubble. Um, Kobe passes in that January.
Hmm.
Um, Talk to us just about all that. I mean, it seemed like it had to happen because of Kobe's passing. But
Oh
what
yeah,
what was the mental strain that season? Obviously, you lost him. The season gets suspended for a little bit. Then they put you guys in a bubble, isolated from the rest of the world. What was that experience like?
oh man, that was really hard for me because I lost my son's mom died that summer.
Rest in peace. Yeah,
Um,
condolences, man.
Sorry to hear that.
so thank you. She died right before the bubble happened, so it was just a hard situation to deal with because my son was 6 at the time, and it's like everything was hitting. Kobe had passed away. The season was going pretty good, and then we had this pandemic that the whole world had. It was just crazy how it all happened. We're sitting at home, I'm talking to my kids' moms about everyone coming down for the pandemic so we could see our kids and just be together during that time. And as I was getting ready to contact her about coming down, her mom calls me and tell me that she dies. So I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Then I had to go down to the bubble and leave my son for 3 months.
Mm.
And he didn't have nobody else. So in my mind, it was just, I had to find a way to keep it from going crazy without seeing him. So it just made me want to work out harder. I got in the gym and I was there more. And I didn't want to do nothing but win that championship for him. I wanted him to just see that. I felt like that was going to give him enough inspiration to kind of not, I would say, put that moment, not put it away, but kind of at least make him feel good because
Be able
that
to
whole,
withstand it a little
yeah,
bit.
because that whole summer he was just asking me, like, why do people die? Like,
Mm.
why does my mom have to leave me? And all these questions he asked me, I'm like, man, I really can't answer. I don't know. And then, like, for me, that was the first time I actually had a child in my house full time because the rest of my kids live with their moms.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just all these new things happening.
Daddy on the
And
fly.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just crazy. But I'm glad that he's in a much better space now mentally. Um, and I am too, because of that. It's made both of us stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, you endured more than most, but still had to play
Mhm.
in the bubble. Like,
Yeah,
what was the bubble like? Was it
it
cool?
was
Did you get
crazy.
tired of seeing motherfuckers every day? Like, what was the bubble like?
At first, we was getting the worst food in our lives. Like they was feeding us like frozen, like kids' cuisine meals, like type meals. They just put it under the heater. So I was like, man, they got to do better with the food. We couldn't get really no room service, so we was stuck with this for like a couple weeks. We couldn't leave the hotel. We couldn't explore nothing at Disney World, so we just stuck there at this hotel. Everybody catching the same fish in the lake because it was only it's a little lake, and they like everybody got a fish in this one lake. So you see people catching fish and throwing it back, but
Someone else
they ain't
catch that
realize it's the
motherfucker later.
same one. By the time we done left the whole bubble, that fish was fat in the mug. Everybody bait. So just being in there in that confined spot, it's just crazy. But in all actuality, 90 days in the bubble really helped change and shape my life
Mm.
because I got a chance to get away from everything and see who was right for me, who wasn't right, the people that I needed to have in my corner, the people that no longer needed to go on this journey with me. All those things happened because I was able to get away and see clearly. A lot of times as players, we are in city to city to city. And while this is happening, somebody's at home doing things and we can't really see it. So a lot of times we get distracted. But if you're in the bubble, everything's happening right there. So now I can see what's going on. Now those same people that say they love me and they want this and that and the third, they're not calling, they're not doing this, that, and the, so I know, okay, they need to go. So I really just learned more about myself and about the people around me, my teammates. and that whole atmosphere was pretty cool. And then the playoffs, that's when I turned up in the bubble. Like, we was playing Denver, and
You was playing your ass off there. It was crazy to me how you don't come back. But go ahead, man.
yeah, so we playing Denver, and Denver's meal room is across from ours in the hotel. So I'm using this as a mental way to mess with Jokic the whole time. I'm going in their dinner room, talking to him.
Just sit down at the table with him?
Just dap him up. And we just played him or something. So I know he mad. I'm going in there, but it's just like all the mind game. And I'm like, man, it was really fun being able to see all of us together like that. But it was good for me. I'm glad that I ended up being a part of it.
The Redeem Team documentary about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that and any memories, any good stories.
The story that everybody's been talking about, Kobe running through Pau. I don't know if y'all heard about that. I just remember how crazy that was and the whole experience of playing in the Olympics with all these guys, Kobe, Bron, Melo, D-Wade, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Chris Bosh, Michael Redd, all these greats. Man, then we're playing in Beijing, and here's Kobe coming for the game like, yo, I'm finna fuck Pau up. It's your teammate. Watch this. I'm gonna run through his ass. So he say, Dwight, move out the way. First play of the game, you see it on film. Pau try to set this screen, I just move out the way. Kobe run him over. Boom! And just look over and walk away.
Set the tone.
Yo, this man is crazy. He ran this man over like, man, he ran him smooth over. Didn't care if he got thrown out the game or not. But he set the tone after that. And, you know what I'm saying, it was just crazy being in the Olympics and then watching that whole, that movie, just going back and...
Have you seen it yet?
I just seen it for the first time the other day, and I'm like, man, people gonna really enjoy it. The stories about, Kobe, LeBron, D-Wade, just the atmosphere of being in China. Like, you guys will get a chance to see how it was for us trying to even go down the street with Kobe. You know, how crazy it was and stuff like that. So it's gonna be really good.
That team versus the Dream Team.
I got to say we going to win.
You better.
But, they got some great players, too. I think it'll be a great matchup. Kobe versus MJ. But then you got LeBron. Who going to play? Who going to check LeBron? Scotty? Going to check LeBron? Back then, when we was young? Oh, my God. That's when I was touching the top of the backboard. We blocking everything. Ain't nobody coming in the paint.
I got a chance to play with a lot of great players. I tell you, bro, just hats off to you. Like, I never felt more comfortable, like, getting all the way in somebody's chest, knowing you was behind me. You know what I mean? Like, Dwight was someone who's going to block the shot or he'll foul the shit out of you.
Yeah.